Hello everyone and welcome to game 4, in this series between oGs's TheStC and MarineKing Prime here on Shattered Temple. oGs's TheStC spawning as the red Terran player at the 3 o'clock position. Meanwhile, MarineKing Prime spawning as the blue Terran player over here at the 9 o'clock position. This will be Terran versus Terran, and currently MarineKing having a 2-1 lead in this series so far. MarineKing just currently just mining away. So far, not much to be said as Shattered Temple, one of those maps. Oh, it looks like the MLG version of Shattered Temple, as there are supply depots on the low ground. So, imagine that. Now, pretty much Terran versus Terran, we've seen a lot of interesting playstyles already. And if this is the MLG version of Shattered Temple, I believe it is a forced cross spawns. So we'll see if we have any perhaps proxy racks attempts. I know that was something that we saw on Shakura's Plateau, and it may be used once more. But I don't imagine that to be the case. We should be getting up a barracks inside both players' bases already. I don't see any early scouting SCVs at all. And I'm also a bit curious as to why some of the times they build the supply depot walls here, and this particular time they are not. And based upon the building, I would say that MarineKing is not going for any sort of tech play. He is going to be going much more Marine Marauder play this time around on Shattered Temple, as Marine Marauder play normally means that you do not need supply depots up in front. You normally have supply depots up in front if you want to be able to fend off any early aggression, any drive-bys, but if you have a lot of early Marines and Marauders, you are then able to defend it rather quickly. And I may be speaking a bit too soon, as you can now see a supply depot is being built there, and now a rather late gas by oGs. So I wonder the reasoning behind this late gas here. Perhaps he wanted his SCV to be able to mine a little bit more minerals and being able to stay ahead in the entire economic game there. Perhaps a second barracks will be added in just a moment. Meanwhile, MarineKing sticking to his name, not going for any gas, just training up a lot of Marines and now going for a command center. So this is going to be the double command center build. In just a moment, you should see 3 additional barracks placed out, followed by 2 gas. Actually, MarineKing deciding to prove me wrong once more, getting that tech lab first for stim pack perhaps. No one has done any scouting yet, as two Marines are now making their way out, and a command center is also being built. You can see STC already has his gas up, so he will be able to get that stim pack research up much more quickly, and that is going to help. And now is it going to be the 3 racks that I was promising you? Yes, it will be the 3 racks production that I promised you moments ago. Tech lab should be added in just a second as well, and then we should be getting that stim pack research. Marines just gathering themselves. oGs now getting that second barracks up and now going for a double gas. The double gas normally there to try to play catch up, but if he invests too much into his gas and doesn't get enough minerals, he's going to fall behind in terms of his army unless he goes into Banshees, which he may be doing. And this would be one of the first attempts I've seen at fast expansion Banshees, as he should be able to get up a starport. Yeah, there's that starport, there's that tech lab. So it may be a fast expansion Banshee attempt, and I honestly didn't think this was possible. Marines are just holding that high ground there, as one SCV finally doing some scouting. The orbital command already up and running as well, so double orbital commands. It will benefit MarineKing to have 2 orbital commands, allowing him to scanner sweep much more quickly. We are getting that Marauder Marine training, as I mentioned earlier, as we are getting this refinery up and running as well. An SCV now scouting across the map here. There are 5 Marines lying in wait, and this SCV, if the Marines were sitting right here, would have been able to shoot it down, and STC now knows where the Marines are. The orbital command will be landing there in just a moment, as we are now going into an early Viking. So this is a Viking tank with Marines. So it is going to be a Viking tank with Marines. There is one SCV, and the SCV may be able to at least delay. Not going to delay it, just simply scooting out of there, doesn't want to get destroyed at all, as the Marines are now down over here. I guess the Marines were expecting a Banshee to be pushed in, of some sort as the Marauders now simply walk on out. Combat Shield, the first thing to be researched this time around, so it's going to be Combat Shield instead of Stim. Meanwhile, the Siege Tanks, Siege Tech is not yet done. It is now just getting started, and it may not be ready in time for this upcoming battle. We are getting, 9 Marines. There are 2 Marauders and over about a dozen Marines. So these SCVs need to be very, very careful. The Marauders are now going to be pushing in. The Marines are now going to be coming in from behind as well. And we are getting a medevac. That medevac needs to hurry up. Otherwise, it's going to be very, very bad news. The Siege Tank now coming into battle. You can see the Siege Tank now trying to back off. Both sides battling it out. And now the Siege Tank finally comes that medevac there. And OGS was not ready for this attack at all. Now needs to try to run away. Down goes the Marine. Doesn't stand a chance. And this is just a combat shield timing attack. Something that you rarely ever see. So the Marines now pushing their way in, able to get a lot of damage, now trying to get some damage onto the barracks there. The Siege Tank should have Siege Tech in just a moment, and now the Marines deciding to back off, trying to get some damage, perhaps supply locking or supply blocking OGS, and now the Marines coming back down onto the low ground. He is not reinforcing this, knowing that he is just causing a lot of harassment already, but the Siege Tank now in siege mode, going to get a lot of damage in. The SCVs once again trying to back off, but the SCVs are going to get destroyed. Another SCV, no SCVs. One SCV now destroyed there as both sides are just continuing to battle it out. Another SCV may get taken down as Marines are now coming in, and finally OGS able to clean up all of this early aggression. But really, MarineKing Prime taking a significant lead, sitting at 40 harvesters compared to 25. OGS just playing very, very much behind now. The stim pack has not been researched yet. No concussive shells either. We do have one starport now being training up a medevac. No reactor, so single medevac there as we went into a double reactor build. So it is not going to be that many Marauders, but instead more Marines. Marines already with that combat shield. That will definitely help out as another base being established by OGS's the STC, hoping to get a stronger economic advantage and being able to train up more and more harvesters. 42 compared to 32 at this time. 5 mules in play, mining away. And yeah, that economic boost that MarineKing's going to have, it's going to allow him to dump in so many Marines into this battle. And I'm still curious as to why MarineKing does not have a reactor. Production-wise, we are going into 3 additional supply depots, so it looks like he was supply locked for just a little bit of time. And now, this may actually be an elevator drop. Oh, is it going to be an elevator drop? Yes, it is going to be an elevator drop. And OGS doesn't see a thing. This is going to be a problem. There is a Viking patrolling over there, so he is suspecting something. These units need to be very careful. They need to back off as it is now going to be another drop up onto the high ground. No stim, though. So the Siege Tank able to get off one shot, one round of attack. The one Marauder leading the charge. It will get destroyed as the Marines are now coming in, just pushing in very, very easily. The Viking now going to get destroyed as well as the Marines on the low ground starting to fight back even further. SCVs need to come over, but STC unable to handle all of this early aggression. One Siege Tank with 6 kills, taking down multiple units. And there's the Korean GG by OGS. So OGS losing this game to MarineKing Prime. MarineKing also with a large reinforcements of Marines, Marauders, a Siege Tank. And really well played. A very strong showing by MarineKing. Not relenting in his aggression and not relenting in his macro. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed this series, this Terran versus Terran series. And I was happy to say that it was not massive tank wars here on Shadow Temple or in any of the games. Once again, thanks for watching.